Mr. Shobanjo was excellent. Excellent because he exudes a lot of the character traits that Donald does. However, the only difference maybe is that Donald being very flamboyant, in our society, flamboyance is not necessarily celebrated. It would either cause you to have a lot of enemies, which he actually has, based not because he's not flamboyant, but rather because he's an excellent businessman. A man who goes on the deal table and gets what he wants. You know,
is he going to be wearing those bow ties?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he looks dapper on. He looks dapper. He looks dapper on. You know. Photographs, you know, I'm sure on camera. I mean, all the ladies will be on their seats watching, not just about the contestants, aside as well.
Michael, what were you going to say?
I was going to talk about his style. I mean, if you talk about, for example, we went to go see him a couple of weeks ago. We walked into his office where he has the nice furniture, the marble floors, the paintings on the wall. I mean, if you talk about someone with style, Mr. Shomajo has style. I mean, his bow tie obviously is a signature. Usually when you see people wear bow ties, a lot of times you don't really take them serious, but the way he wears his bow tie, I mean, he really wears his bow tie, and you know he's wearing a bow tie, and this is not just a bow tie, this is Mr. Beardo Shomajo's bow tie.
He introduces it from afar, literally.
I know. Really, and there's a way he walks into a space.
Yes.
You know, it commands the space. And I also happen to know that he's mischievous. I know he's mischievous.
Really? What kind of mischief?
You do not
like business mischief?
Business mischief.
Absolutely. Excellent. And that's why he'll make an excellent, CEO on the show.
So, tell me about, the auditioning process. What stage are you at now, for example?
Okay. Excellent. You want to take that?
Sure. Right now, we are currently accepting applications online at www.theapprenticeafrica.com. Let me say that again.
Say it slowly and loud.
www.theapprenticeafrica.com. We're accepting applications, and we're going to be casting and inviting people back for interviews in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Ghana, Nairobi, London, Washington, D.C. Did I miss
Uganda,
Uganda and Tanzania.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you call it Apprentice Africa.
Yeah, because it's just not, it's about Africans everywhere in Africa and outside.
Exactly.
Absolutely. The thrust was this. You mentioned something about Nigerians being very hardworking.
Yeah.
Actually, London Business School has a report out there that Africans are 3 times as entrepreneurial as their white counterparts, and twice as entrepreneurial as their Asian counterparts.
Right.
When we were watching Apprentice, the US version, we were like, where else will this work if not Africa? Because you go anywhere else in the world, and we are in the upper echelon of some industry. Whatever the case is, you will find the name of an African. More likely, in
Nigeria.
But you will find the name of an African there. We thought,
have you guys noticed that even in films they're beginning to put Nigerian characters?
True.
Did you see Ratatouille had a Nigerian cook, animated Nigerian cook, with pidgin speaking? Okay,
but even beyond that.
I know. So right now you're at that stage. These people will, because the other thing I wonder though is, how does one, oftentimes in production in Africa, whilst trying to marry high production values, sometimes we lose the soul. You know what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, you end up with a plastic show. It fits, in terms of production values, but you've lost that. That energy. And that's going to happen with The Apprentice, for example.
Absolutely.
How are you going to make sure that with this production, you've got the mix right? We see that fire in the boardroom. We see that, we see who we are.
Okay. I will start off, and I'll let Ms. Abdul finish up. Essentially, when it came to the production aspect of it, about over a year ago, Chantal Bumi Abdul ran into a gentleman by the name of Remy Okumpitan and Storm and Obi Asika. And essentially, when it came to this, really partnering with the right production company, Storm was the obvious answer, because obviously they've had a track record of producing quality productions. So with the format of acquiring the format comes a certain aspect of localizing the format, and Storm was the right choice. And I'll let you can talk about the fact that...
I'm all about drama.
The drama.
And I think that's what you're talking about, right? Essentially. The drama. what we're really going to do is we're going to have
the drama, the energy.
Oh, trust me.
The energy.
You will be sitting at the edge.
You cannot define our energy.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you what the show theme is. Usually what the show does is it usually tries to see who's better at business, men or women. Or they try to see street smarts or book smarts. You know, those of us those who went to get an MBA, those who didn't. Who's better? We have a very interesting concept that we can't quite put out there yet. And that's why you've got to stay tuned.
www.theapprenticeafrica.com.
We go live.
Right, let me do it for you. Let me do it for you.
NTA.
It's what you've got to do. People listen to me because I bully everyone.
And that's exactly what.
Right. What you have got to do, information, whatever, right now, get up. www.theapprenticeafrica.com. Shikina.
Applications closed this Friday.
It's closing this Friday. Right.
People should still they close this Friday, but
keep applying.
Keep applying, but like she said, run online and get on.